Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we have a new episode. This is the second color that we have on this channel from this model. So if you want, you can check the other one also. We can see here a preview, and next we have the unboxing as always. Feel free to pause the video every time you need. In this shot we can see some of my sizes in other brands and also a closer look of this label. As you can tell, these ones are unisex, and for me they were true to size in Asics. We don't find anything else in the box. In this shot we can see both of them, and we start with the left foot because we want to check if the quality is consistent or not. If you care about cushioning, you should pay attention to this part. These sneakers are max cushioning sneakers, and they have very good stack on them in forefoot and also on the heels. I really like the colorway that they have. It's a bit strange, but I do like it this way. As you can tell, on the back of the heel we do have a pull tab. This one is a bit fragile in my opinion, so I wouldn't recommend to use it too much. We can see here on this image the one from Nimbus 25. That one is one of the best, if not the best, I've seen so far in pull tabs. I will try to give a rating for different parts of these sneakers just to give you a better idea how they are more or less. For the internal midsole, maybe I'm not very big fan of this firmer kind of midsole that they have, but because they have enough stack, they feel comfy enough, so I do like it this way. In comparison, Nimbus 25, it has it much softer than these ones. Here we can tell that we have two different kind of foams in these sneakers. The most of it is FF Turbo and the other one is FF Blast Plus, which is much softer, this one. Very similar to Boost material or Fresh Foam from New Balance. So like I said before, even though they have firmer midsole, I still like it because it has a good quantity of stack, and because of that they still have great cushioning, these sneakers. In this shot we can see the outsole. To be fair, I wish it was more rubber on this outsole, but this is how they are. We can also see the midsole here. I'm not very big fan of those big holes from the midsole because you will enter very easy gravel inside, so that can be an issue. We can also see here my rating for this sole. I cannot give too much because you see it's thinner, it doesn't cover very much of that outsole, so yeah, I think it's a fair rating right there. In this shot we can see a comparison with my finger, so as you can tell the thickness is not much right there. I wish it was thicker, around 4 millimeters at least, if not more, for the price that they have. In this shot we can see the labels that they are coming with them. I won't stay too much on this topic. And here we can see the insoles. They are thick. I like it this way. Thicker is better for me. Although I noticed that on the back of the heel they don't have the same thickness, and I wish there it was exactly the same like in forefoot, because on the back they are much thinner. Maybe in the future I will find a way to measure that thickness somehow. The thickness on forefoot of these insoles is around 6.5 or 7 millimeters. In the shot we can see the interior of the sneakers and the footbed also. We can see here the rating of this padding. I like it in general, and I'm glad that they don't have much more than this, because in the summer that is very important. In the shot we can see the internal label. We can see here the tongue. I wish it was a bit thicker. This doesn't have 2 millimeters, so that is way too thin for my liking. I wish it was having some more generous padding. Around 5 millimeters is the sweet spot for me. And here I'm trying to show you where the midsole starts. So basically it's almost what you see is what you get. Like I said before, I do check both of them because I want to see if the quality is consistent or we have problems with them. In this case, to be honest, I didn't find anything, so they are well made. Due to the pattern that this midsole has, it doesn't make too many wrinkles, and I like this on sneakers. We can see here the size of these laces in centimeters and also inches. We have a better view of this tongue. I like it that it's perforated. Like I said, I wish it was having a little bit more padding, but it's okay this way anyway. As you can tell, it's half gusseted tongue, and I like it the way it's made overall. In the shot we can see the thickness of this upper. I have to say that is very thin. This can be a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Being thin is good for the summer, it's very airy, but it will affect the longevity of the shoe, so you always have a compromise in that. So as you can tell from this shot, is around 1 millimeter or so extremely thin, maybe even less, I don't know. The feeling of this upper overall is plasticky, to be fair. This is how it feels, but it gets the job done. And I wish it was a second layer inside, because this one will get perforated very quickly. Here we have the test of the twisting and bending of these sneakers. They are impressive. I didn't expect to be this rigid, and I like it this way, to be fair. That it will secure your feet better and they will protect you from any kind of injuries. And I decided to make also this kind of test because I want to see if they have any kind of protection against the water or they are just regular non-treated with chemicals sneakers. So from this test I can tell that they don't have any chemicals, but due to the material that is used in these sneakers, they have some kind of water resistance because it's basically plastic. So yeah, these are the properties of the plastic, not something else. So eventually the water, it does get inside. Maybe it might not be right in that second, but it will get inside eventually. And I'm fine with that, you know, I don't have any issues with that problem. This kind of test, I'm doing it in every episode, so you can check multiple kind of sneakers to see which one is bigger, which one is true to size, which one is too small. So if you want, you can open more windows at the same time to compare if you need. As you can tell, I have there R and F. R means rubber surface and F means the surface of the foam for that width or length. In the shot we have the weight test. As you can tell, they are very lightweight, but I wish they were having a little bit more weight and better soles, to be fair. I do this test in all my videos, so if you want you can check yourself how they are with the length or the width in this particular model and in others. I've seen that they have plenty of space in the toe box, maybe only for those that they have narrow feet. I wouldn't recommend this pair because you might have a bit too much for your feet. This shot is made in real time because I wanted to show you how easy or hard it is to get them in your feet. For me it wasn't a problem at all. The opening is large enough even for my bigger arch that I have. Having them on my feet, I can tell that they have instant comfort and great cushioning, so I really love them. They are awesome. So here we have some proper on-fit shots from a lower angle. Knowing the stack on them, I can say that the stability on them is very good. I am surprised by that. In comparison with Invincible 3, for example, those felt much more wobbly than these ones. So I like it, these ones. In this shot we can see the other version that I had on this channel, if you want to check them to see that colorway also. I decided to make here a short comparison with Invincible 3. Those have less cushioning in forefoot, but they have more on the heel. In comparison with Nova Blast 3, those have softer cushioning. More before they have it softer cushioning, and I don't think it's as much on the forefoot as in these ones. And the Fly 5, they have it more bouncy if I have to compare it. Those Fly 5, they have carbon plate. This one doesn't have that. This was one of those pairs that you try them and you think, should I give them back or keeping it? Because I really like them. I'm loving it actually. They're awesome. I know I said this before, but I feel like I should say it again. Sorry. Because it was happening to have those at the same time in my home, I decided to make a video and comparing them. Here we can see the reflective materials. Basically they are only on the back and they are not many. So for the reflective materials it will be somewhere 2 from 5 stars for both of them. We can see here a direct physical comparison in between them. This is the best way to see how tall they are, both of them, and how they are made. Having them on the same time in my feet, I can say that Nike, they have more reactive kind of foam in comparison with Asics. And like I said before, on the heel, they do feel that they have a little bit more foam. Although it might be only the quality of the foam being slightly more bouncy in comparison with the one from Asics. And here we have another direct comparison with Adidas Ultra Boost Light this time. As you can tell, they might look very similar, but not both of them are max cushioning. Adidas is not max cushioning sneakers, and although they look very big, the cushioning in them is like 2 times less than in Asics. Another difference that I notice in Adidas, those they are narrow and more tighter for your toe box, so I can feel that very clearly. And this can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending how your feet are, you know. For my feet, I prefer the way Asics feel on them. But if you have narrow feet, obviously it's no brainer, you should go for Adidas. So like I said before, the toe box feels much tighter on Adidas for my feet, but also is thicker. That upper is 3 times thicker than the one from Asics, so just pick your poison, I guess. And also because I have them on my house, I did decide to try these ones at the same time to see how they are. So in short, Nike is softer and better cushioning on the heel, and Asics is a bit firmer but better cushioning on the forefoot. So relating with the cushioning, I could be happy with both of them on that regard. It's enough in both of them. Here I'm showing the problem that I had with Nike. So you see, less than 1 month and I have problems with the glue because they are opening in different parts in this foot. The other one doesn't have anything, but one is enough, unfortunately, to ruin everything basically. So quick pros and cons for these Asics sneakers. Well, for pros, I like the colorway, I like the midsole, obviously. I like the upper because it's very airy. And for cons, first of all, the price is very big in my opinion. I don't like that the upper is thin. I don't like that the sole also is thin. But in the end, it's up to you. You just pick the one you like it more. And according to your weight and your needs, obviously. If you suffer like me from plantar fasciitis, you can use this kind of sneakers. If you are curious how you can resole sneakers, I recommend you to see the next video. I think I will end here this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. If you have any questions, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe because it's so important for me. Have a nice day and take care of you.